So let's not get into literally the speed, literally how I was in the rap league and how you couldn't do anything in the medium. Let's go all the way back in the day to one of my flows like Most Def and Talent Quality. You see, when I grew up rapping, I only grew up with the rhymes. I never grew up literally with the quality of North Blaze, going around, Cameron, actually practicing hip hop, like I said, the channel, for the millionth time. All right, that Chris is the rap that works out literally with the baseball caps. Literally, I'm the rap that's fucking pure. I'm the rapper autism. I'm the rap that literally just rhymes, da da da. All right, and I did a lot for him because that's why I made I probably wouldn't notice that if you didn't drag it on, but anyway, it was true. And one of the things I have to, upload, literally, is people who actually fought Shinobu, literally, in the mainstream media, and Uncle Tommy was one of them, okay? But that was fucking bullshit. If you do this shit, literally, see, actually wins in this situation. But Future Trunks and the guy literally with all the rhymes rapping like Robert Dick doesn't. It pisses me off, all right, literally. So what happened? Literally, I was in a rap league, right? Literally, so all I did was copy off a formulas. So when I was younger, I used to make raps like make a best, this, and that. Literally, as I grew older, I liked a song from Lupe Fiasco. Then my brother showed me a song from Lupe Fiasco at the end of the year, all right? And what ended up happening was my first rap battle, portrayed Eminem in so many, different ways, shapes, and forms. All right, literally, in fact, the exact replay, literally, you can tell that Sabo is going to rap like Eminem, but blew himself up and I might be able to win, okay? And when it came to everything, all right, I listened to shit like DL. Literally, I wanted to be sophisticated. Literally, did my Uncle Tommy that being sophisticated is an art form, and what ends up happening was I had the best rhymes on the fucking planet in this situation. Literally, and I still lose. You wanna know why? Because I can't tell that rapping is from a crazy person. I cannot literally fucking listen for shit. All right, literally, when it comes to rebelling, I had one of the worst rebelling park rock crab records when it came to my mom. All right, literally, because I would always go in between when somebody would go above and beyond. But I'd always portray off the first shit, the basics, like literally fucking freshman year, fabulous to fucking rapping. I never went to tutorials literally when people were around me and Doug did like freaking Demetrius, okay? Literally, so what ends up happening, right? Literally, is that ends up backfiring on me because when it comes to certain rappers like Kendrick Lamar, fucking Tory Lanez, literally, they really get to eradicate you when it comes to that statement because that's literally the pro rap statement as a whole, Tory Lanez, and that rap is connected to retarded, and my dad was telling me to listen to in shit like high school, like ASAP Rocky, all right, and my old rap name is 3 Grizz at a Key, but actually I changed it to something general like Moodtrix, and that's why I made my whole crypt plan, all right? And so it ends up happening, right? Literally, it's I actually grew up with robot rap, what people like Smeggy, Orlando, everybody, doing the shit, all right? It's true, my generation grew up with robot rap, and literally, I had shit in PE, like, oh, listen to fucking VIC, this, is that, after my brother just fucking told me not to listen to that shit, literally, they're like, who fucking cares, is this rapping at fast beat, and then they're listening to some robot rap, I'm telling you, literally, I've had, a big fucking problem when it got to that rap league, literally, there are people who rap slow down better than me, which is stupid, okay, it's completely fucking stupid, all right? Now, they ended up, paying for that in the future, but my problem was I didn't, double pronounce my words. What I did have was, all the rhymes and Twister, like the whole fucking thing for Twister I sang it for Courtney, and I did all that motherfucking shit, and Fabo's pretty cool. My favorite ones are Buster, Eminem, and, in order to, go up in the rap league, you got to listen to Tech 9, which is really fucking stupid. What that's connected to and socializing without slightly deferring, but understanding fact. Literally, when they tell you are robbing the real some shady, literally, that means look up fact, So people, literally, they think the exact same thing. They think the real some shady, then they take up hella tutorials, right? You just start the real some shady in rhymes, all right? And of course, that's everyone's favorite rap song, but there was also this group that came out called Sir Ass on Placers. All right, Lily, and I had some graduation shoes, Lily, like Kanye. Lily, that weren't the exact ones. There's a fucking urban thing. Lily, fucking, I thought I was gonna get my old money, my mom and shit. No, they forbid. In fact, cops, actually fucking forbid. You buy, real shit, with real money. Because I want to look up the graduation shoe, which is that they have on eBay. I'm like, I'm telling you, Courtney, I'm telling you, Robin, if you have enough money, you can buy the fucking Kanye shoes, you can buy the Gopher fucking outfit. Oh, shit, Lily, now you can go on convention, Lily, with the Gopher outfit with the Kanye shoes. And people don't listen to me. It's stupid. Lily, you want extra rainbow in your fucking boba. Literally, it's retarded. Literally. And when they see that shit like Kimmy Copeland's trying to show all the things she does to owe me, they think that's fake. Well, I'm like, that's real. Literally, you have never dealt with an idiot literally for that long. That's what happened to the hip hop company. What happened to the hip hop company was I was outshot by people like Snow the Product who rap fast, who did the exact same flow as me. I have the exact same lazy flow of everybody else. So I always show people the difference if I rap normally versus if I drink coffee and chow. When I drink coffee, something bad happens. That's why literally I have moments of greatness. When I saw Leo on the track, I killed Leo on the track along, with Joey. So I'm like, fuck that shit, Literally, I have, an ancient history of rapping. And what I did when people try to play with a company was I showed up I could rap every way, shape, and form. Showed up I could make 2 mixtapes, including Moodtrix, Leo Moment, and nothing fucking happened. All right? And my Uncle Tommy, literally, it was so fucked up situation. I had a dud flow. He had a flow that curved like a shot. Literally, and I still couldn't be with that because I was still in Pure War. It wasn't my fucking fault. Literally, I literally fucking be in my paper. That's tested in the fucking sign game. I can't fucking take it. It's fucking common sense. Jukebox and everything that's common sense. Literally. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna play the video of Hurricane Chris, Players Rock. Literally, even though that's not fucking lyrical shit. All right. If I ever get to, perform Foundation, the first thing I'm going to show, Uncle Tommy, Sean Schimmel and everyone is, Chris Brown Chris Brown Forever, all right, the music video, I'm going to play, Hurricane Chris Players Rock. I'm like, this is my mental condition freshman year. I'm like, that's over, all right? And that's true. That's completely fucking true. All right, so I'm telling you, it's out of here, literally. And so what ends up happening is the criticism that I have is that rapping is connected to singing. You have to use that academy, like you have to, slow down for your punchlines, over and over again. It's completely true, literally. So when it came to rapping in the fucking league, right? Literally, I just saw Jeff for this moment. It was hot. Literally, when it came to rapping in the league, I started off for a curly film. Like, you started going, I said, go your Billy in Texas with the grim. Literally, and so he came like, yeah, I'm fucking wild. I'm fucking Thor for Ragnarok. Literally, it's fucking crazy. And that happened to me. Literally, and so things dragged on. Literally, even my cousin said, slow down. Literally, fucking go 3 lines. Literally, did put emphasis on the punchline. What's something I never did? And what that's connected to, guys, all right? It's fact about emphasis, all right? Literally, and it is a higher class. Why you think I had the verse with Joey Words of Matsu? Why you think that literally all this shit happened? It's specifically what generation that ignores intellectual ability, all right? It's crazy, But then, what happened when I got in the hood was I started listening to Draco the Ruler, who was the first, rapper to inspire me, past common sense, all right? Literally. So what Chris would do out of nowhere, literally, because Draco's a hood nigga, and Chris doesn't go too far to the pretty thing. But what Chris used to do back in the day is he used to bop his head, listen to music like Common did Most Def, out of nowhere. Then he'll listen to Lil Wayne, and then he'll be like, yo, stop trying to get these kids. This is hip-hop automatically. I think just like them. That's why I laugh at you. If you ask another generation, they're thinking just like me, BET, and I'm coming close, which is wrong, all right? Literally, but what Draco did was he evened out the shit, because even people like Nathan Farrell literally stole their prod, couldn't catch me off guard, and then I started negotiating, literally when I had the same flow as them, because there's a flow when you feel it, right? So the requirement for rap is the flow when you feel it. Literally, that's connected to dancing. Literally is connected to the flow that is rapping fast, all right? So what I did on Thizzler was I made sure that literally I stopped where I was ahead, all right, literally. So I did rap flows on purpose, literally on top of, professional flows, literally, that I negotiated. And, when they all signed contract, they all had problems, all right, literally. Like, Raven literally was posting shit like, man, I'm starving, and what happened was, I hung with the big people, like Draco with the guns, but more importantly, I do the principal rap, like, E40, Lupe Fiasco. So the first, assumption for our first battle, as I came by, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be emotional like Eminem, I'm gonna tell a story just like Lupe Fiasco, I'm gonna rap, Wrigley like E40, and what they didn't do was that became the whole world, and the whole world didn't want to, listen to my lesson. And what Draco did to Chris was he bounced it out like, say, I'm the rapper with the gun, motherfucking Lily, so you can't get him on the inside, all right? So that's, that's the principle behind Draco the Ruler, all right? Literally, and Ralphie the Plug was a part of my fucking B series. And now, literally, I'm catching people like Stone off guard, literally, because of my technique. What do you know, saving all that shit you do, literally, when you're literally got a rap career against Uncle Tommy? Literally, then they fucking control the whole world, and you became a new version of Lil Wayne. I'm like, fuck out of here.